Okay, you guys. So yesterday, the internet exploded with photos and accusations and allegedly saying that Bart Edmondson and Katie McCormick, the young lady that's at the center of the Nolan Wells case, that they actually dated. And so there's been speculation that with Nolan being with Katie and possibly Bart seeing them, because remember, Bart wasn't supposed to be there allegedly, that may have been a motive for, whatever allegedly occurred to Nolan Wells. Well, now you guys, and it's all over social media. Everybody posted a picture about that and about, the fact that Katie dated Bart. It looks like there's a photo of her and Javon as well, the other friend of Nolan Wells. It looks like it says that they went to prom together. So we can't verify these sources or, these are photos that are floating around. We don't know the authenticity, but everybody's reporting on it. Well, anyway, attorney has come out, Russell Latino, and made a post on Facebook. And I'm going to read to you guys what he's saying. Bart is getting ready to try to sue a whole lot of people. I have been retained by the family of Bart Edmondson Jr. to pursue people defaming him with wholly fabricated assertions of fact that are putting Bart, his family, and friends in harm's way. The family will put out a formal statement later today and announce the initiation of its first defamation lawsuit. Bart received a credible death threat yesterday because of some of the made-up speculation on this and other sides. The FBI and state and local enforcement have all been activated. Interesting that they're activating FBI is activating going after people who made a threat when there's a legitimate body, a human that is actually dead, and we still don't know what happened to that person. But we're going to circle back to that in just a second. He goes on to say, but I wanted to share a few things for people who think it's a game to invent lies that could get other people unalived. We have hired a private investigator firm to identify and track individuals engaged in defamation against the Edmondsons. Why don't you hire somebody to figure out what happened to Nolan Wells? That you are young, naive, or lack the resources to pay a civil judgment will not deter us from filing a lawsuit against you. This is not about money for my clients. They want to protect their family and want to curb people who lie recklessly. The same way you guys want to go after people who are threatening you, it's the same way Nolan Wells' mother wants to find out. Well, Nolan Wells' parents want to find out what happened to their son. So I don't see what the problem is, right? If you make up something out of thin air or share something you don't know to be true, adding the word allegedly or saying people are reporting will not save you from a defamation lawsuit. We will address the falsehoods being presented methodically, but now it is not the time for that. Now is the time to make very clear that we intend to be unrelentless against people who are lying online for clicks and likes. The Edmonstons and the broader Ocean Springs community grieve for the loss of Nolan Wells. Well, of course you're going to say that. But Tracion, or whatever the little guy's name is, already told us that you guys are a tight-knit, close community and y'all will go down for each other. So, we don't know what to believe. Are y'all grieving or is this a cover-up? They want the truth and peace for Nolan's family. It doesn't sound like it, because it sounds like Tercion, the little guy, like he was making insinuating that Ben Crump and they don't know who they're talking about and his mother is lying. And it was weird because Warren said that they were besties, but you've never been to his house. I'm sorry, I'm a parent. And somebody claiming to be a bestie of my kid and I don't know you, that's a damn lie. No, I may know you, but that don't mean you a bestie. But anyway, the Edmonstons and the broader Ocean Springs community grieve for the loss of Nolan Wells. They want the truth and peace for Nolan's family. People making things up online that put others at risk are not honoring Nolan's life or loss. They are not bringing us closer to the truth, but pulling us away. This will be a large, potentially nationwide task. If you are a lawyer who believes that the rule of law, the presumption of innocence, and our very commitment to the truth is in jeopardy and want to do something about it, please reach out to me privately. Okay, you guys. So what we know now is that Bart is planning to launch an attack against platforms that are saying, I don't know exactly what they're saying, what this statement is saying, what the defamation part is. I'm assuming that maybe he dated Katie, and that could have been a motive for Nolan's unaliving. I really don't know what his angle is, but we know that he's, going after people. Now, the interesting part is that he said the FBI has been activated. I am starting to have less and less faith in the FBI because, guys, look at this. So what we see is that Sheriff Ledbetter has direct ties to the FBI, because remember, the FBI is kind of on the perimeter of this investigation at this point. They are not like the lead investigators or anything. Horn Island is a federal island, so they might have some involvement that way, but they're not taking the lead on this case. So after it came out, like, everybody is talking about how all these people are interconnected. All of those kids come from pretty prominent families, and they work together. We got judges, we have doctors, all of those things. And now if we look at the sheriff, let's look at his biography. Let's see what it says. Okay, so I'm just going to skip down to the part that's really important. John is an active and involved community leader, a former chairman of the Gulf Regional Planning Commission in Biloxi. He currently serves as commissioner of the Jackson County Emergency Communications District. He's on the board of directors of the Pascagoula Rotary Club, a graduate of Leadership Jackson County, a member of the Pascagoula, I hope I'm saying that right, Elks Club, and associate member of the Jackson County Republican Women. Notably, in 2019, John graduated from the 275th session of the FBI National Academy in Quantico, Virginia. So, boom. He has ties to the FBI. Could that be a reason why they are not aggressively pursuing this case and why they aren't taking a lead in this? However, the FBI is being said to be trying to follow up on the people who gave death threats to the kids. Are they following up on we heard that they were following up on the death threats to Christine as well. But from what I'm hearing about the FBI is that their major role right now is trying to track down the people who are making these death threats. What about taking the lead on figuring out what actually happened to Nolan? Because we know the FBI has more sophisticated forensic tools in everything. So, you guys, the more and more I hear, the more and more we find out about people, the less and less faith and confidence I have that we're going to reach a resolution unless somebody comes out and confesses something. Another thing is I encourage each of you to go to download the copy of the file, the MDMR, the one that they loaded up, and download it to your local computer, and get a tool. You can go online and just get some software so that you can isolate the noise and the voices in the background for yourself. You don't have to listen to what people are telling you. It's very simple. It took me like 5 minutes. So do that for yourself and then, make your decisions. But anyway, you guys, jump in the comments and let me know what you think about all this. This is crazy. I don't know. Now Bart has lawyered up and is ready to sue. Okay.